Hey everyone, it's Stephanie 1111 Witchy Babe, and I am back with Libra's reading for this month of May. I do apologize, I'm so late this month, but better late than never. So, what we are doing, if you are new, welcome so much. Thank you for being here. I'm going to be doing a general reading, and I'm also going to be doing love and relationship reading as well for what's going to be happening this month for you, the energies you're going to be dealing with, and anything that you should be aware of. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you so much. As a reminder, as always, this is a general energy reading. Please leave behind any information that doesn't feel right to you, because then it is definitely not for you, and only take the information that is for you. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, right now I am booking for June. I am booked up for this month, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you guys all so much for your support and bookings. It just means so much to me. I love getting to interact and meet you when we do these personal readings. So if you are booking now, you will have your delivery by date in June. So just a heads up for that. And check out the description box below for all the information of where to find me: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I do post on Twitter daily with messages. So if you are on Twitter, that's a great place to follow me for a lot of additional content. And I just posted on Instagram a new Instagram pick a card, so you can check that out there. I think I also put it on Twitter as well, so you can check that out with love messages, a little love letter from your person. So over there, I'm 1111 Witchy Babe wherever, so it's easy to find me. And also check out the description box. I decided to just go ahead and list the decks that I'm using for the day in the description box, so you can check that out below and have links to head over and purchase them if you do desire to. So our card of the day is from the Santa Muerta deck, and I am, oops, sorry guys, I am still learning this because it's so different compared to traditional tarot. And so the 10 of Wands in this deck, as you can see, there's this like skeletal butterfly, so many roses. It's such a pretty card, but it's all about your cycle of struggle, like a cycle that you have been through that has been difficult and has been building you muscle. That's what I see. Like, you know, when you're like in the gym, that's the kind of cycle this is. But whatever that's been for you, be that spiritual, be that emotional, through finances, this cycle is ending. It's ending. And so the message I put on Twitter is that you might be receiving and seeing a lot of tens, a lot of ones, and a lot of 101s as a signal to let you know that, hey, your cycle has been completed, it is done, and you're entering into a new phase, new energy, new opportunities, a new path. So congratulations for that. I got the strong message. If this cycle for you included having to be alone, having involved solitude, then it definitely is ending as well. So congratulations to all of you that applies to. And so today's reading is the Libra energy reading for the month of May. This can be Libra energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, or North Node. So make sure you are checking out your other placements. So yeah, let's dive on in. Let's start off with the general energy. What's going to be going on for Libra energy this month? Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups, but it's reversed. I'm going to get another card. Oh, wow. The Ace of Pentacles and then the Devil reversed. Wow. Okay. This is pretty cool. Okay, guys. So, many of you may have been dealing with a situation in your love life that kind of sucked, to be quite honest. It might have been I'm feeling a pretty new relationship, so this would not be something that, you know, you're going back and forth with, or, you know, somebody that you might think is your twin flame. This is going to be something that's fairly new. And you really thought it was going to be something that was fantastic. Like you thought it was this Ace of Cups, this divinely placed gift of love into your life, but it seemed to be a lot more, like it was difficult. It was not what it seemed to you. So for a while, maybe this cycle that 10 of Wands is talking about that's completing is a cycle through the pain of having to, you know, realize that this connection really was not what you thought it was when it came in. But I'm getting some kind of mixed messages coming in. So I'm going to sort through them. Yeah. So what isn't mixed and where it isn't splitting is that all of you that are resonating, this situation, it dissolved at some point. Things were not what it seemed. There was a disconnection, and I feel, one or both of you walked away from each other because it was just like this cup just being dumped out, and it's like, no, that's not working. That's not going to work. Um, but I do feel like there a lot of what was causing that separation. I know this is supposed to be general, but this is really coming out strong regarding relationships to me. Is there was a lot of codependency in that connection. There was a lot of shadow aspects that were. This is interesting. Both of you. Had actually been working on those shadow aspects and trying to release them and trying to evolve before you met each other. So you both were on this like spiritual path. You both were on this path of ascension, and you were working on releasing. And that's why whenever you came into each other's lives, it seemed like this Ace of Cups. It seems like this gift of, wow, I'm finally getting paired up with a type of energy that is good for me. I've worked through my shadows. I've done my work, and now I'm being presented with this gift of love of this other person. But it seems like those shadows started to creep back up. There was stuff that creeped back into the picture, and out came those old patterns of the devil, of just codependency, of toxic behavior. Maybe even one or both of you have some like issues in the past with certain things where you had like addiction issues, and you actually might have brought those tendencies back up to the surface, even if you've been over that for a while. And so this connection actually broke up due to divine intervention, because they didn't want both of you to go back down that path. They didn't want you to like drag each other down. That was not what the point of the connection was. So there was a break, and it feels like during this break there has been a lot of focus on what you're doing in your life in regards to your finances and your security, because now we have the Ace of Pentacles breaking through, literally with this card, breaking through the ground, breaking through this energy. And there is the stability coming in. Now, this is where it does divide. I feel like some of you, this connection has really pushed you into realizing that maybe right now is not the best time for you to be focused in on romantic aspects of your life. And maybe now is the time to focus in on your security and your personal growth. And your connection with the earth, I'm hearing. So that's interesting. Your connection with the earth. Maybe some of you are really being called to like gardening, to getting back out into nature. I'm seeing somebody that's really wanting to like go off and do like a long-term camping situation. So some of you are being called to get back to the earth. Some others are being called to really focus in on their security and their financial growth. And that is what you already instinctively feel that call to. So you really are getting a lot of energy to encourage you to do that. And you're also getting a lot of opportunities because of the work you've already put in towards that situation. And I do believe others of you, and we'll tap into this more when we go into the relationship portion of the reading, but others of you have this connection is coming back around, and it's going to come back around in a way where you both are more stable. So these are going to be the connections where both parties, when they went into separation, started doing the work, focusing on themselves, working on continuing to release the negative attachments that they have, with different personality traits that they're trying to work through. And if you both have been doing that work, then this becomes an opportunity being presented to you of a foundation of a relationship, of something that's stable and dependable, and isn't this this dump of a cup where it's like, no, we're not gonna, this isn't gonna work, let's like, basically I see this as like if you were to get a glass of water and then you look down and there's like some piece of fuzz or something floating in it, so you just flush it out. That's how that first connection was for you two, because the waters were muddied. It just basically got tossed out, and then now we're refilling the cup and like, let's try again. So that's what the message is for some of you. And others, again, if the person in mind isn't doing the work, if they're still if they're still struggling with those aspects of their personality that they need to work through before they can be connected to you, then your focus is going to be on this financial opportunity. So either way, you have an opportunity that's coming through to you this month in May, Libra energy. So that's fantastic. So now I definitely see why I chose the life purpose oracles to use today for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at what information is going to come out of this deck. Wow. Okay. Infinite abundance. You are fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. Wow. Some of you, when I was talking about getting back to the earth, some of you are actually really, really working on some massive moves in your life. Some of you are doing, like, I'm hearing like the homestead thing. You're going back to the earth in a major way. You're wanting to like move back or move into a space or take the space that you have and really make yourself self-sufficient. Creating a garden, raising animals, whatever, I don't have any judgments for dietary things, so please don't go in my comments with that stuff. Whatever where you're feeling you can be self-sufficient, you're not relying on other people, you're not relying on grocery stores. A lot of you are feeling pulled to do that in whatever capacity you have. Now, not everybody's able to. People live in, cities, they live in apartments, but you're wanting to in some small way. But for others of you, you're actually like making these really big moves, or taking steps to make big moves to make that actually your reality. So to living off the grid in a way. Okay, but otherwise, if that's really not applicable to you, this infinite abundance is just about what abundance is coming with this Ace of Pentacles, this opportunity that you have abundance that will result from it. So it's a strong congratulations. I do feel like even if you are somebody where this is a opportunity of a relationship, you still are getting that financial opportunity. It's like you get the double reward. You and your person were both working on what you needed to. As a result, you get this financial boost and you get this connection back together. So seriously good things coming for some of you guys, all of you guys, really, regardless. It's really positive energy here, especially with this devil reverse. Just overall, anytime that the devil comes out reversed, it just makes me feel happy for those that it applies to, because it means you're really releasing some stuff that wasn't good for you and you've been wanting to release it. I notice with the devil reverse, it's all, when it comes out for me personally, it's like, finally, like, I really have been wanting to like kind of get over the situation, and it just gives me more of that inspiration that I am in the process of freeing myself from it. So let's continue on. Let me get one more card here with my Astro deck to see. Yeah, we're getting repetitive. We have earth element stability. So let's talk signs here. You might be dealing with relationship-wise an earth sign. So this could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, especially Taurus and especially Capricorn is what I'm getting, because we have the devil. And for some reason, the earth element card, I just strongly link to Taurus in this deck. It's just a personal thing. And probably also the imagery here with all the fruit, linking that to Taurus as well. So, plus Libra, you guys are ruled by the same planet, by Venus. So maybe you are linking up with a Taurus. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the love and relationships portion and dive more into that. So we have the Ten of Cups reversed. Yes, like there was something with this connection where you really, really thought like, that is it. This is it. Like, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what people talk about in, in books and in literature, and this is that special person that I didn't even really thought exists, but things just didn't, when that first round with you two happened, it did not work out the way either of you suspected. And that's because you both had a lot of healing that you still had to do. There was still a lot of healing. One of you or both of you, the substance stuff is coming through a lot. And this also could be anything that you do in excess that's not good for you. It doesn't have to be substance abuse, but that's just what's sticking out to me mostly. So that's just going to be a message for whoever really needs it. It's a really strong message to them that this connection was where you two were at the time when you were connected was a recipe for disaster, because you weren't going to be able to stay in a sober state with this individual. You guys were going to kind of feed off each other's addictive tendencies and kind of start something back up with that. So the separation was a huge blessing in disguise. Major divine intervention came down, because neither of your guides or their guides wanted to see you guys go back down that path. It's like, no, they don't need to learn that lesson. They've already learned that lesson. It's time for them to move on. And so a lot of healing still needed to occur before you two could come into connection again. And so that's something that's continuing on this month. For I feel the majority of you, to be honest. Like, I don't want to, I know I said in the previous part of the reading that there are some of you that are coming back in contact with this person this month. You are being able to start a new foundation with that Ace of Pentacles, but I feel like because of especially how strong I'm getting about this substance thing for either one or both of you, that really, really has to be under control and healed prior to anything coming back together. So it might not be anything that has to do with you. It could be the other person. And I'm sure you can understand that you wouldn't want somebody to jeopardize their sobriety if a relationship at this time was too much due to other circumstances. So let's see what else is coming through. Yeah, the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. And so she always to me represents a single energy, an energy of self-sufficiency, of being able to take care of yourself and make yourself very happy. So even if you're not getting the answers you want here, you really are wanting to reconnect with this person this month, I do feel you step into an energy of understanding and self-sufficiency, where you're just enjoying yourself. You're enjoying the time that you have to yourself. You are treating yourself, especially with this Ace of Pentacles energy. Now, reminder, if you just skipped to this part of the reading, didn't listen to the general, please listen to the general, because they are strongly connected. And like I was saying, the general, the Ace of Pentacles is coming down as a gift for you for focusing on yourself, on what you're wanting to develop in this life for your financial security and for your own stability. And so this is the result of that Ace of Pentacles, this Nine of Pentacles, of being able to treat yourself and give yourself something, So I think you guys are going to be in a good frame of mind and a lot more understanding about this connection in the month of May. So let's go ahead and use our oracles to see what further messages want to come out. We have ask, don't assume. Okay, let me get another one. And mother healing. Okay. So the person that you are dealing with, what I feel really strongly here is that you have a lot of assumptions about this person and about what they're like and what they think and how they go about doing things, and it's not all based in reality. Now, there are some things that you are very intuitive, like you do know about this individual. You are in tune to what's going on with them, but a lot of it I'm hearing is a projection. You're actually kind of projecting your own stuff onto them, and you're making a lot of assumptions about what's going on with them or what they're doing or how they feel. And so you're being guided that you please don't make assumptions about this person. And when you do come in contact with them, I feel like you whatever it is about this other person, you just have a really strong tendency to project things out and just assume. Maybe it's because you guys have such a strong bond that a lot of the time you have that psychic connection, that telepathy, and it is accurate. But you have to be really careful when you are connected with somebody and you have that emotional bond, because emotions make things messy, and they're not the straight truth all the time. So they're clouded. They cloud the truth a lot of the time. So you want to make sure that when you are back into connection with this person, that you are asking them instead of assuming things about them. So if you're upset, why don't you need to ask them, you know, how are you doing? Is there anything that's going on with you? I wouldn't suggest, for some reason I'm hearing, don't say what's wrong with you, or like, you know, what's the problem, or things like that. You want to ask them, you want to leave it where you're not assuming that there's something wrong, or you're not assuming that there's something right. It's just like, hey, is there any, like, what's going on? Let's talk. Like, how are you feeling? That's the kind of thing that I feel this person would respect the most. They just don't want people to make assumptions about them. And one thing that's going on with this person is that they are healing from things that have happened between and their relationship with their mother. So this person, you know, you might know that they have issues with their mom. You might not know. That might be part of the assumption. You know, the whole issue between you two might be because of issues with their mother. So they're wanting you. Your guides really want you to not make assumptions about this person. And this person also is like that. I'm feeling like them come through strongly. Like, don't like make assumptions about me. I'm hearing, don't label me. Don't put labels on me. So that's some information for you as well. Just going to get a couple more cards. So we have Paradise, but we have Reverse. It's Reverse. Okay, what else? The Butterfly Reverse. And Cassette. Okay, so this is a little bit more about what's going on in this person's head for the majority of you. So they are really having a rough time. You know, we are going into retrograde season. We're about to have a ton of planets in retrograde, which is the time for the collective to do a lot of shadow work. So you're going to see things get increasingly more and more crazy with the collective as people are dealing with their shadows and having a hard time understanding what's happening to them. And this person is a part of that. They are being drugged into shadow work, particularly about this connection. Also about some inner child stuff, because we have the Butterfly coming out, which is about inner child work, but it's reversed. That means they're having some blockages there with healing their inner child. They're having these blockages with being able to accept oneness, with being able to accept a feeling of joy and happiness right now. So they might be very depressed while they're trying to deal with this shadow work. That's just what I see them in. So they're in their shadow work. And they're at the stage of the shadow work where they're in the nostalgia, where they are, you know, thinking about how things used to be, and they're trying to figure out how to make things go back to how they used to be. But what they are failing to see is that right now they're in a period of evolution, and they need to allow that to happen. They need to allow themselves to become the butterfly and go to the next stage, and allow their inner child to heal. So that's part of the process, and this is actually pretty positive to see, because it does show that they are in alignment with how those things go. You hit that nostalgic energy, and that's where you can really dive in to certain situations that have happened already and start to see them from a different perspective, and start to understand things about yourself and about how you grew up, and kind of how you might be being your worst enemy right now as an adult, still trying to play out situations from the past. So it's very, very positive that they are in this space, even though it's difficult and it seems negative to them at the time, and to you if you are waiting on them, which I never advise anybody to wait on anyone. And it looks like you guys really aren't like waiting like that. You're just kind of checking in with them right now, seeing how they're doing. But you're good. You know, you're self-sufficient. You don't have this clingy neediness to them anymore that I see coming through at all. Okay. But I do feel like, you know, might be, some of you might be having some other things go on in your life that are very stressful, and others of you are actually mirroring this person's energy because they're very stressed out with this, and so you're picking up on them. So we have you're fucking stressed. Massage, binge, watch, chill. So you are being called to chill a little bit, indulge in that Nine of Pentacles energy, the treat yourself energy, and just enjoy this month. This month feels very like relaxed. A lot of understanding, a lot of you know, positive things, little positive things happening for you. I do feel like you'll have a significant financial shift that will make you very happy and allow yourself to spoil yourself a little bit. But overall, this isn't not a lot of movement this month necessarily, not a lot of big shifts, but a lot of movement happening for your person if that is resonating. So they are having a lot of these shifts, and they're going to be transforming. So I'm going to use my little deck that I've created a while ago just to get... It's just when I have like these pretty little papers, I'll like make a little thing with them. So we have, yes, it's a sign. So if you've been seeing stuff and you've been wondering if it's a sign, then yes, it is a sign. And again, remember, our message of the day was including, oh, look at that. What's underneath it is Capricorn. So there's another marker for Capricorn. With the message of the day, 1, 101, and 10. Those are the signs and numbers that you might be seeing. You might also, with today on my Twitter, the little emoji I use, because each time I choose a different little emoji, I use the butterfly. So butterflies might be a sign for you regarding anything that I talked about in here that really struck a chord with you. That will be your little sign that's kind of poking back up, or a sign from your guides that they are present, and to pay attention to what you are thinking in that moment. So yeah, that's going to be your reading, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I do appreciate all of your comments and your likes and your shares. So if you did enjoy the video, leaving a like or subscribing is super beneficial to the channel. And I appreciate it so much. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time.